rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
11. Hey, we gotta go score. Let's go.
Here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
All fine, ready?
First down there for T. Higgins. Don't let it be lost in Jamar Chase's phenomenal season. The Higgins had a big year for Cincinnati as well. Topped the 1,000-yard plateau for the first time, and he did it despite missing a few games with injuries. The third-year man could give Cincy a pair of Pro Bowlers at the position here in 2022.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but got to put those doubts to rest right there.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal.
Burrow.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Ravens are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. DJ Reader there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
This is 6.
This time Jackson will throw it. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Flowers.
Close enough.
Stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Gotta go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Mike Hilton always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Jackson. And this is incomplete.
He dropped that, bro.
That looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. This is caught inside the 15.
Over Marlowe.
Play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 10. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 30 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A final shot before break. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Room here to run. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 37-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11 MT, take. 11.
Now Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line.
David Ojabo
brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now it's Burrow. Out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To the air again, Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got a man open. It's Chase. He's got the 1st down, and more than that, touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Ravens first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball is released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Burrow on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. This one caught downfield by Higgins.
Touchdown, Bengals.
T. Higgins.
35 yards.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point,
he's got a man complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they put to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Burrow on play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tucker now to add the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just hang on to their big lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost, But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore,